Y'all know what time it is. It's 9ish on a Tuesday. Sports Block with J-Ritoc, powered by the Monarchy.
Yeah.
Chuckle.
I need an actual chuckle though.
I just gave you one.
No, I need the.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Man, this weekend was pretty jam packed. Did y'all check out that tank fight?
Yeah.
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 How did you feel about the ending? A little
I'm okay with it.
anticlimactic.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew Tank was gonna win.
I knew he was gonna win, but like that though. I mean, body shot knockout.
Oh, that was for as much shit as Garcia was talking and talked that all the way up to the fight.
That was maximum
fitting.
punishment.
Mm.
That's what he meant to inflict.
Mm.
That was fitting.
Yeah. No, I'm okay with a liver shot to end it.
Mm.
And it's
You got him. He got a hell of a knockdown in the second.
Yeah.
and it's no shame in getting dropped by a body punch. It happens all the fucking time. People just don't recognize it, or it just doesn't get as much replay or it's not as much thrill around it. But to me, that's more impressive than actually knocking somebody. It doesn't take a lot of force to knock somebody out in the head. You hit them in the right spot, and there's nothing the head can do because the head, you know what I'm saying, it's just the fucking skull. So if you hit it and it hits the right way, you knock a motherfucker out. You drop somebody with a body shot? Oh, you boxed them. You outboxed them for real. You really beat them up. So hats off to Tank.
Because he had to leave his liver open for that long for him.
Yeah.
Oh,
it didn't leave it open long. Tank's just that
he,
quick.
Relatively speaking.
No, but he took a jab to the head while he was laying that body shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he timed that. But that body shot was timed perfectly to where that jab to the head got lessened because he.
Yeah, he didn't make it all the way there.
Because if you watch the replay when he hits him with the body shot, you see the epicenter of the glove, and then you see the ripple out of the flesh.
From the flesh. Oh, yeah.
Done deal.
Hey, slow motion is a beautiful thing.
That was definitely on some Creed 3 shit.
Yeah, that was done deal. And they showed the replay, and then I saw him and kind of beat just real quick with that left. I said, yeah, that's why he dropped. That right there. I felt it. It didn't feel good.
Kids, remember, if you out here boxing, I'll say sometimes them body shots.
Well, see, Garcia, I ain't even a boxer, but I know that when you close, you know what I'm saying, you got to kind of scrunch up a little more, baby. He was all standing straight up and got binked.
Oh, but he's already way taller than Tank.
Way taller.
Hey, here's
but
another.
Even so, you still got to scrunch up because if you know what I'm saying, if you lanky like he was, you know what I'm saying, that shit's open.
Yeah.
So you got to protect it. You know what I'm saying? You got to put an elbow back there or bend over or something.
Hey, here's another lesson for the kids. Get all your stream links bookmarked before the fight. It's not as easy as it used to be, y'all. It definitely ain't as easy as it used to be.
No, so you get on Facebook long enough, you'll catch a live stream. Like there's probably 3 or 4 people just live streaming it.
I don't like that though. Where they in the shot halfway or they got it mirrored. I mean, it's cool, but I don't want to look at some random nigga for the entire fight.
I'll say shout out to Turkey Leg Man. That's what we watched it at.
When there's multiple websites all over Europe that are willing to give us
had some vegetarian options.
Yeah, I had some good nachos. It was pretty good.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what's up.
So if you would have paid for the fight, would you have felt that your money was well spent?
How much was the fight?
I have no idea.
Let's say $60 probably.
It was for the free.
It's probably 75. Pay-per-views or boxing pay-per-view boxing events usually run about 75.
If I threw a party for the fight and I spent the 75, I would say it was worth it. Yeah, I mean, if I had enough people there,
Mhm.
I figure most people would have been entertained enough
Yeah.
for it to be
I'll say
to justify the price.
I forgot, dude, that they got at the last minute on the fight beforehand on the undercard, but he got mollywopped.
Yeah,
The
he
whole
got
cat.
knocked all the way out.
I was just like, man, like that shit was bad from the jump.
Hold.
When he
Hold.
got knocked out, he got knocked out how you want to knock somebody out.
Like for real on the street.
Like you want them laid out on their back, legs splayed, just like
Like that nigga owed him money.
like a chalk outline. I was like, damn, he fucked him up.
Yeah, I'll say if you only have 10 days to prepare for a fight, you may want to pass on that. Unless you just really need the money, because
Or unless
that's
you
the
just that
outcome.
cold.
Yeah, he was not.
But this guy wasn't.
He was not.
This guy just needed a check, I think. And he was probably already halfway in shape because he probably been sparring with somebody else to get them ready for something. So, yeah, this ain't wrestling
At all.
You know, there's one thing that I do notice about the difference between MMA and boxing from a cultural impact, right? I think the prelims are more fun in MMA. You're almost guaranteed to get at least one or two knockouts before the main event. Or either knockout or submission. And you don't always get that with regular boxing.
pushback.
Of course.
The prelims on MMA fights, 7 times out of 10 are two motherfuckers that weigh 115 pounds, and they just going at it.
Tank Davis weighed like 130 pounds.
Hey, but Tank Davis is main event.
Mm. And the nigga's like 5'6".
And I knew he was short, and I even watched the press conferences up until, but I didn't realize he was that much shorter than Garcia. I was like, damn. When Garcia, that first round, Garcia's just throwing his hooks, and Tank ain't even ducking. He's just standing there. I'm like, ooh, Garcia, you're gonna have to aim way lower. And Tank is just tapping him in the gut, just, not hitting him, but just letting you know I'm right there. I think round 1, 2, and 3, Tank was just figuring out where he's got to hit him because he knocked him down in round 2.
All right.
And then he blooded him in round 4 or 5.
You know what's funny though? Besides the actual surges, Garcia didn't look that bad.
Oh, Garcia looked good. I thought he was gonna win for a minute.
Yeah.
In like round 3, when he was on top of Tank's head, I was like, ooh, oh, you looking real De La Hoya-ish. And then Tank survived it and came out round 4. Bink, bink, tapped him in the stomach a couple more times, and then bink, bink, tapped him in the jaw, then bink, tapped him in the nose, and that nose said.
Well, he said Tank even said this. Basically, he got a tip and found out he didn't have no guts. I mean, like no stomach. He couldn't take no body work. And then Garcia said that he had a mole in his camp. So.
He must have got some bad info.
Honestly,
no, he got some good info because that's how it went down.
I don't think you even needed to have a mole because Garcia is super thin, man. I mean, he's just super thin.
He's a lanky dude.
If you that thin and that lanky, in my opinion,
yeah, but
you can't really have a gut.
But getting news that he went down to a body shot in a sparring match. That's some good information to have.
You know what? I can guarantee you that 75% of all boxers go down to body shots in sparring.
Of the actual person training, not the actual sparring partner. You think 75% go down to body shots in sparring?
Have gone down? Oh yeah.
You saying have gone down at some
or
point.
do go down like on?
I'm not saying that
On a
every
consistent
time.
basis?
Yeah, but I'm saying that if you polled boxers and said, hey, when you were training for XYZ fight, did you go down to a body shot during training? And I guarantee you 75% of the boxers be, oh yeah, he caught me with one. And that's what, that's why when you see me clenched up with somebody, you see me, lean and protect that liver. Because, look, y'all, if you want to end a fight, hit a motherfucker in the liver. I mean, legitimate. I mean, like in a legal way, end a fight because you can just kick somebody in the nuts.
I mean, it's kind of hard to hit somebody in the liver illegally.
You say illegally?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a legal shot.
Yeah.
I mean, hit somebody in the liver, hit somebody in the kidney. Oh yeah, those two spots.
I mean, it's not wrapping all the way down to your back. Maybe a piece of it.
Because the kidney is
The
right,
kidneys is just back
there.
Yeah.
You hit somebody in the kidney, one, they might piss on themselves, which would be, a whole nother form of entertainment for you.
They might fuck around and die.
They might, because you might rupture that mug and
It's just bleeding through your asshole.
But yeah, I can guarantee you, nobody that you are fighting with now, or my bad, I'm gonna say nobody. 95% of the people that you fighting with now, kids, are not ready for a gut shot. Just plain and simple. You know how I know that, kids? Because 95% of adults are not ready for a gut shot.
No.
That's a fact.
I am amongst that 95%.
Yeah, I ain't ready.
I mean, you can hit me in the stomach, and if I know it's coming, you know what I'm saying, I can Houdini and kind of knock some of that, do what I got to do. But nah, if we going at it, and you fuck around and catch me with a gut shot, oh, I might throw up on you. It might go down. I'm just keeping it funky. Because that 5% that is ready for a gut shot, y'all, those are boxers.
Those are boxers.
Boxers and MMA fighters. Professional MMA fighters.
People have been getting punched in the gut repeatedly.
First, second, third degree black belts and whatever, those are those people. That, that's that 5%. Everybody else, hit a motherfucker in the gut. I guarantee you. Guarantee.
Well, I said, let's move on to these. I can't even call them good NBA playoffs. Because basically, Philly swept Brooklyn. That was kind of sad.
Wasn't surprised by that. Brooklyn didn't have anybody.
Before Roto, playoffs, like you got to win at least one.
Nah, Brooklyn didn't have anybody.
You got to win at least one.
Nah, Brooklyn didn't have
at least one at home.
They didn't have anybody.
Show a little bit of fight.
And Embiid is capable of putting up 50 at will.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Brooklyn didn't have a chance. Without KD and Durant and Harden from previous season and whoever else it was that, what I'm saying, and not saying that the guys that got in return for the trades for Kyrie and Durant aren't ballers because, they all in the NBA. But yeah, nah, they didn't have a chance.
Kyrie still on the squad. They win at least one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Kyrie, no KD? Just Kyrie?
Yeah, just Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie can ball out. Yeah. Kyrie get him one.
But yeah, so all the other, let's see, matchups are 3-1 with the exception of Golden State and Sacramento. They tied at 2. But yeah, Celtics, Hawks. Let's see, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Clippers,
Lakers.
Phoenix. Yeah,
Lakers, Grizzlies.
And Miami and Bucks, all 3-1. You see anybody coming back from any of those 3-1s?
Possibly the Grizzlies. But I
Really?
Versus the Lake Show?
If anybody, I think just because they're young and kind of dumb, and I don't mean that in a negative manner, but just they don't know nothing about being there. So they may just be like, oh shit, we down 3-1. We need to go ahead and play.
You don't think the Bucks can make it interesting?
Nah,
I think it's a wrap for them.
I think it's a wrap for them because.
Hold on, is Giannis out? Has he been playing it?
No, Giannis. Yeah, Giannis has been. Well, he was hurt. He was hurt, but I don't know if he's. he's played a little bit, but I think he missed the last game. And plus, you got playoff Jimmy right now on Miami.
That 56 was ooh-wee.
Playoff Jimmy is that's like playoff.
Is a
Frank.
phenomenon.
Yeah, it's like playoff Frank. It's you don't want to have to face it, but you're gonna have to.
Who would you rather have in the playoffs, Jimmy or
Playoff
Frank?
Playoff Frank. I had playoff Frank in the playoffs, and
So
we
you
got 2 rings out of
2 chips. So yeah.
Yeah, give me playoff Frank. Don't get me wrong.
Frankie
Love
2
playoff
chips.
Jimmy. We ain't got no NBA squad in KC. I'm a Spurs fan more than anything else. Spurs kind of right now. Yeah, give me playoff Frank. And, just quick tangent. Frank Clark's still a free agent.
I was just about to ask that.
He's still out here, y'all. Wouldn't it be just a beautiful thing if he wound up back with them old Kansas City Chiefs after the draft?
If it happens. So nobody's picked up Clark yet. He's really out there.
Still a free agent.
Yeah.
Let me double check, because something might have happened today. But when I checked over the weekend,
Yeah, so I definitely would have saw that if it happened today. So yeah, it's still out there. What would it take to bring Frank back? What do you think he would sign for?
I don't know. I think Frank would sign for the rings. I'm not saying he would give us like a super duper dirt deal.
So no, like 2 for 15 or no shit like that. Like you'd have to at least be 10 a year.
I think Frank would possibly do. All right, here's the contract. We know it's not going to work out like this, but here's the contract. Or we know it wouldn't finish like this, but here it is. I think they would do Frank 3 years, $32 million.
What's the guarantee?
18 guaranteed.
Damn.
I think you over. I don't know. I'm not saying he's not worth that.
That's really 2 years,
Yeah.
$12 million
With 9
with
for the first 2.
Yeah.
I think what you end up getting
in
is
that contract, and you backload it, so everybody knows that you're not seeing this 3rd year. Just like that contract that Orlando Brown didn't sign, because he wasn't going to see that $65 million a year or $75 million, whatever it was, that they had backloaded all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
So, did he fumble the bag? Yes. But did he fumble the bag? Not really.
He didn't fully fumble.
He didn't fully fumble.
The handle broke.
He fumbled, but he recovered.
Ooh, Brown?
Yeah.
Oh no, back's fumble.
No. Because he's getting what he's getting from Cincinnati over the next 4 years is pretty much what is maybe a little bit less or maybe a little bit more than what he was going to get from the Chiefs over that same
It's still
time
less
period.
than half his own personal expectation.
Yeah.
But that last year was, because that contract was like pretty much completely backloaded for the last year. That last year was like $65 or $75 million on the table, which we all know he's not seeing that. So
True, but
did he fumble the bag? He fumbled. I think he fumbled that bag to a degree, but he fumbled more so the ring bag, in my opinion. Because I honestly, now that he's a Bengal, I don't see them been winning a Super Bowl, and it's not a knock against him.
Hold on. You think Burrow's not gonna win a chip at all?
I don't think so. You got to remember what team we talking about here. We talking about the Cincinnati motherfucking Bengals,
who have been to a Super Bowl.
who have been to a Super Bowl. Yeah. Matter of fact, they've been to 2 Super Bowls.
No, I'm talking about with him though.
Oh, well, yeah. But everybody forgets who we talking about. The Cincinnati motherfucking Bengals. They cheat. They've notoriously been cheap.
they're like a 4A team.
they have no
True.
tour. I mean, that ownership group. I mean, gee, if you go look at the players, the anonymous players survey that they took or whatever, where they talked about how the Chiefs medical staff or training staff is a little suspect, and how, they don't have it's gee. I think they run an extension cords to be able to charge phones in the locker room.
Oh, they can't be worse than the Redskins.
Oh,
Or the Commandos.
Yeah.
My bad.
Worse.
Commando.
Worse.
Damn.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
And their stadium is literally falling apart. Like, that's
So
not
is,
figuratively, it's literally falling
if I'm
apart.
not mistaken, so is the Bengals stadium. Yeah, cheap. So I can see them paying Joe Burrow because Burrow's gonna win them a few games by himself, and he's gonna get asses in them seats.
Yeah. You know they gotta pay Chase.
They might pay Chase.
They have to. That's Burrow's dog. They have to pay.
The Cincinnati Bengals will not be a part of any contracts that are going to shift how people look at contracts.
They kept AJ all them years.
AJ got a decent contract.
But AJ was never a top 5 paid wide receiver, and he should have been.
He most definitely should have been. Yeah.
It was a couple seasons where AJ Green might have been really and truly the best receiver in the league, but because he played for the Cincinnati fucking Bengals. Yeah.
But I still say it's a bag fumble though, from the sheer standpoint of where Brown said his initial expectations. You know what I mean? Like he's making like Lamar demands, you know what I mean, as a left tackle. And that ain't your place.
What's not his place?
I generally believe that
being a left tackle's not his place, or believing that he's the best left tackle in the league and deserves to be paid thusly is not
the
his
latter.
place.
No, but I'll settle. I'll split the middle and settle on the latter because he thoroughly overhyped his value. Thoroughly overhyped it. You know, just because he got a ring with a great team. You know what I mean?
But that's not.
That was before he had a ring though.
He did that before he had the ring. Because he turned down the contract last year.
Right.
Which numerically, in whole, had more numbers on paper, had more value on paper.
And that's why I'm saying you accept a deal the next year from another team that's less than half.
On paper, he's getting more money, and in actuality, he's getting more money. You got to remember that, man. The guarantee on that contract.
Yes, that's $60 million we're talking about, but that's still another. What was that contract?
6 for 138, 139, something like that.
And he signed for what?
4 for 60.
4 for 60.
4 for 64
with 31
with 38 guaranteed.
No, it's 31.
31. I thought it was 38.
I thought
it was a little more than half.
I'm saying simply put, the man had to change his expectations as soon, even after winning a ring, he had to lower his expectations because he set them too high to begin with.
But I still don't understand. Like, there's no way the Chiefs couldn't have countered the offer that he got from Cincinnati, and y'all kept it.
Let you know that the Chiefs didn't really want to keep him.
Because y'all got the dude from the Jaguars for
more than that, yeah.
And this is gonna be his first year playing left tackle.
Yeah.
But dude's game is flawed.
His 57 was too.
No, that's what I'm talking about. 57's game is flawed. Juwan, I forgot his last name, but
Taylor, I believe.
Taylor, yeah. He's played technically well. You know what I
but
mean?
on the right side.
But
On the right side, yeah.
Well, them. I think I said it before. I believe. If not, I'll reiterate it now. Them signing Juwan Taylor is the signal to a shift in philosophy offensively, in my opinion.
It is.
He's more of a road grader,
And that's what they want across
he
the
can
board.
pass block. Don't get me wrong. You know, he does. He can pass block decently, but he's more of a road grader, run blocking type tackle.
And Orlando Brown is out there playing basketball.
And I mean, no, Orlando he can be a road grader.
Can be, but
He just
Not consistently though.
it is not. It is not.
Well,
it is not instinctual for him.
but also it's not instinctual. And plus, and two, the Chiefs didn't put him in. They never put him in position to be a road grader.
I think they did. I think the reason they moved on is because they tried to put him in positions to be more of a road grader, and he didn't latch on to it.
Yeah.
Maybe at left tackle, possibly, but I don't. I'm just. I'll go back and start watching some of the games again pretty soon because the Royals is dumpster juice.
Man.
He was a finesse tackle. Eric Fisher had more of a nasty
he was-
streak
he
than
was-
Orlando
he
Brown.
was- That's what I'm saying. Orlando Brown's a finesse tackle. He's not. He's more of a.
And your left tackle should not be a finesse tackle. I just don't believe that.
In the Chiefs offense though, you can be.
It can be.
It can be, but that's still not. Obviously, that's not what they want it to be.
But I mean, if you want a chip doing it.
I
not too
mean,
much you can say
Andy
about
Reid has typically developed gigantic tackles that have the mean streak of a fucking elephant. like that's what he likes.
But
John Runyon's, the Jumbo Elliott's,
let's not forget, Orlando wasn't an Andy Reid guy. Orlando was drafted by the Ravens.
but he acquired them.
He acquired them, yeah, but just acquiring and drafting. Acquiring somebody is cool, but that don't make them your guy, in my opinion. Unless you like spend the rest of your career with them.
No, you're signing them on the hope that they do become your guy or that they can latch on to your philosophy.
But if Andy Reid had drafted him, then that's Andy Reid's guy right there. That's an Andy Reid guy.
But what if they missed out on him? just like with Tony.
We didn't miss out on him. We had no shot at him
But
because
that's what I'm saying.
he went real high.
And Tony was the same way.
Oh yeah.
So
You know
what if Orlando Brown was on the Chiefs board high, but
I don't believe
somebody else
I don't believe he ever was on the Chiefs board. I think they went ahead and traded the Ravens for him because what was it, first round and fourth round, or the first round and swap third round or something like that. I think in the draft there wasn't anyone that was going to be better than what he you know what I'm saying, or had a higher ceiling than Orlando Brown Jr. did at left tackle. And you could literally plug him in right now to play left tackle because he's already played in the league. So he knows the speed, he's familiar with business. He, you know what I'm saying, he's played left tackle the last 12 games for the Ravens because
Staley got hurt.
Staley, yeah. So he's a little more. So I'd rather take this risk if we're going to draft somebody with the first round pick to play tackle. I'd rather trade it for this guy who's solid, who's got the right mind, who mentally he knows what to do because his name is Junior and his daddy Senior. Yeah, hit YouTube on Orlando Brown Senior. Yeah, he was a very violent left tackle. Very violent.
The only person to punch a ref and get away with it.
Man.
He was very violent.
Now he did lose a 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
In exchange,
You deserve to get knocked out.
He put hands on you.
I saw that live on TV. I remember that. I was like, holy shit. Even even as a child, I was like,
Man.
oh, shit.
They changed up the rules after that because the refs used to put BBs in the flags.
They just put golf balls in the back in the flag.
I know. I thought they put
They used to put
BBs.
whatever they could in the flag just to because yeah. And after that,
Orlando Senior got hit by a golf ball,
flag.
loaded one. Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, because that was a Chiefs Raiders game, wasn't it?
Chiefs Browns, I think.
Or Chiefs Browns.
Because it was definitely on TV when it happened.
Oh yeah, I remember it was on I want to say it was on NBC, and I was like, oh damn. That's all bad because the end of the flag was kind of sticking out his helmet for a second.
And that nigga just went crazy.
I was like, oh shit. He gonna kill him. He needs some milk.
Save that man. But yeah, sticking with the NFL, we got the draft in Kansas City coming up this Thursday. Go down to Kelsey Fest if you're here. They expecting over 300,000 people. so
Where is that?
where's what?
Kels Fest. It's like is it like Harrisonville or something or?
I ain't going.
No, I'm not going.
Is it for real?
What?
Chelsea Fest?
Where is it?
Kelsey Jam, I'm sorry. Bonner Springs. It's at Sandstone.
Sandstone.
I don't give a fuck what y'all name it.
It's
What
Sandstone.
motherfuckers what motherfuckers pay to have their name on it?
It's been what 10 different
At
names
least.
since Sandstone.
At least.
I remember,
Who where motherfucking
Yeah,
Sandstone?
that's Sandstone.
I feel like once
Forever.
it changed like 3 times that summer, and I was like, "What? Who? Where?" And he's like, "Sandstone." And I was like,
Sandstone.
"Oh, yeah,
Sandstone.
Why don't you just say that?" Shit, that place has been there for 30 years now.
It's been longer than that. It had to have been. The actual venue.
The venue?
Yeah.
Since the 70s.
Oh shit. Okay. I couldn't remember. I just remember I went to a. Damn, who the fuck show was that? I don't even remember what the show. Oh no, the first show I went to out there was definitely the Smoking Grooves back in '94.
I was saying because I went to the one in '98, and I met your boy. He was standing behind us, Chuck D. Yeah, Public Enemy, they closed, and as a matter of fact, me.
Oh, it broke ground in 84.
84.
84. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, okay, yeah, that sounds about
Almost
right.
40 years.
Because when I remember hearing like Bon Jovi and I think like Metallica or some shit, Sandstone Amphitheater, Bonner Springs.
Better venue, Sandstone or Kemper Arena?
Yeah, wait for a second. Hold on.
Camper just because you could do shit all year round.
Yeah.
Well, you could do something in the wintertime in Sandstone if you wanted to. But
You
It
don't
wasn't
want
gonna be
to.
very
you know,
enjoyable.
Most definitely.
if it was like, see them old school winters, nah, I ain't doing nothing outside. Nothing. These new school winters, yeah, we could do something.
Man.
We could do something because it's not gonna be no snow.
Well, you get a nice
It just
wintry
be,
mix,
it just be
though.
chilly. Or it just be cold. It might be super duper cold. So we cancel it because it's like 4 degrees.
Wind chill -30.
But definitely Kemper. I feel like I saw the mothership land at Kemper in like 81. 81.
You say the mothership?
I feel like I did. I don't know where. I was like 6, 7 years old, so I don't know where we were. I just remember.
You may have hallucinated that.
Nah,
You may have dreamt that.
nah. I went to a Funkadelic concert. Seen the mothership.
Hold on. Did they play on Vine Street in the 80s?
Shit,
Nah.
probably.
They might have, but I don't.
I
know they played over at with Crown Center. I remember that, or George Clinton at least.
Yeah, I've definitely seen George Clinton.
At
Was
when,
it
they
Riverside?
when they used to do the free Friday night concerts.
Mm.
I remember George Clinton did. They had George Clinton once.
For the life of me, I feel like George Clinton played on the middle of Vine Street. They cut off Vine Street.
He might have. Dude, ain't no telling, man. You know, he was on that crack.
Man.
But I can't. But it was so.
Not even allegedly.
It was it would have been like mid '80s. So I don't even know. I can't remember.
You know, back in the '80s, it was all kind of concerts that would happen in Parade Park.
Yeah.
So shoot, I don't recall George Clinton being down in Parade Park in the '80s, but I don't really remember who were at a lot of those Juneteenth concerts.
I think I remember Kool in the Gang.
Honestly, I remember Kool in the Gang. Was it like two of them?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit,
that was unbelievable.
Like, shit, Kool in the Gang must be like
that made the world. That made the world feel super small to me.
Niggas down there turning into Bobby Blue Land.
For
coming to KC.
For a group like Kool in the Gang to get booked by the city of Kansas City. Or Kansas City Parks and Rec.
Is that who I would say? Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
I don't think it was the city of Kansas City. The city of Kansas City didn't give two shits about niggas. Still though.
But they was playing in front of a city seal.
Yeah. Go Parks and Rec.
Mm-hmm. No, ain't the city because they had the Parks and Rec on one side and the city seal on the other side of those trailers.
Man. Yeah, I can say I remember that. I remember Kool in the Gang. And I remember shit, it feel like Kool in the Gang used to come to Kansas City a lot now that I think about it. I feel like they would just come play like Camper and then they played Worlds of Fun.
Yep.
Up there every summer for a while. I felt like they'd come through twice a summer sometimes. You know, this from let's see, Kool in the Gang. They was from Tulsa? Tulsa or Chicago?
Kool in the Gang?
Mm-hmm.
Let's find out. I thought they were further north.
Oh no, they're from Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey, yeah.
I thought they was one of the Oklahoma.
They had that feel.
Chicago, yeah. Cause that's like a little triangle of funk from like.
Actually, I think I thought they were DC for a minute.
I really thought they was LA for the longest time.
Well, eventually they became LA. Oh, sure.
Oh,
That's just what you
your boy AA Ron finally got signed.
Man,
Our
fuck
trade.
AA right.
That's straight up.
So you know that somehow the Jets are gonna play the Chiefs in the playoffs this year.
Oh, I'm looking forward.
And we gonna spank
It's
that
definitely gonna
ass.
Because they've been trying to get a Rodgers versus Mahomes matchup
Oh,
for
Mahomes,
last 5 years.
And Rodgers been ducking him.
Mm-hmm.
Rodgers has been ducking him. I'm saying it now. Ooh,
And then y'all's first.
that's not gonna last long.
it can't.
That's not gonna last long, man.
You don't think with the Jets?
They are not gonna put up with Rodgers' mouth. He better shut the fuck up.
How many years?
It
You
ain't
think
gotta
he has
last
with
long, shit. I think Rodgers only has like
2-3 years left.
I was gonna say 3 max, but likely 2.
Likely 2.
And if well, it depends on how well they can protect him.
If he can get to a Super Bowl,
They have a decent line.
If they can protect him well and they don't take a lot of unnecessary hits, he's got 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't protect him well, this might be it. This is it.
hey, if he can make it to any one of those 3 years to a Super Bowl, he's done. Win or lose, he's done.
Just
So
make it or
you
win.
think this year, if they make it to the Super Bowl,
He
it's
is
a wrap?
following the same career arc as far. He's going out here so he can prove that he's still that he's still that dude and he should have been running the Packers.
But Favre only went to the Jets because he was trying to get back to the NFC North. Like he would have went to the Lions, he would have went to the Vikings. It didn't matter. He just wanted to play the Packers 2 times a year.
Yes.
Hell,
But-
he
but-
probably would have went to the Bears.
But
for real,
but
for real.
but A-Rod's not going to go to that extreme. He's not going to get to the point where he has to get back to playing Green Bay. He just has to go to another team and succeed. Yeah, to prove his point.
That's true. If he can get to an AFC Championship game,
Then he proved his point.
then he proves his point.
But what exactly is his point, though?
That he can lose to Patrick Mahomes just like the rest of these motherfuckers.
And the Packers were not his team, and with his pedigree and already having a ring, he felt like that should have been his team. And if he said he wanted some wide receivers, goddamn, you should have given me some wide receivers.
I mean, he had a top 3 for, 7 years?
He wanted more. Everybody else get more. Why can't I get more? That's the Aaron Rodgers that you deal with. that's that.
Mahomes
He's
was
had that
22.
look on his face his entire career, dog. That he would be capable of feeling some way like that.
But what more could they have given him? Like, I mean, we've seen Mahomes win 2 chips. Like, yeah,
They could have got him a wide receiver
They
instead
coulda
of
got-
drafting Jordan Love. They could have done that.
They could have,
But the Packers were not going.
but they were ready to get rid of Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
2 years from drafting Aaron Love. So they was like, "Fuck it, we don't care."
They're like, shit. If we get rid of Brett Favre, we get rid of you. That's a public team. Like it ain't.
They like, at least he was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
you saying Aaron ain't
Hey,
I'm not entertained.
on the Hawaii?
hey, when Brett Favre played football, he didn't say shit. He just did stupid
He
shit.
just did stupid shit. Like sending his dick pics to the chick when he was playing for the Jets.
Yeah.
To the reporter.
Was it the reporter or the masseuse?
I think it was a reporter.
I think it was a reporter.
Mm.
May have been both though, because your boy out here.
Out here. I almost feel like if you was a female in the NFL and you didn't have a Brett Favre dick pic in your phone, what you doing with your life?
Are you really an NFL?
It's Brett,
employee?
baby.
You know what I'm saying? Like, did you graduate from Ruskin without no baby?
Didn't happen.
You didn't graduate from Ruskin.
Mm-mm. Inside jokes.
Oh, very inside.
No, I guess
On
that's
so many levels.
that's got to be that's a citywide joke.
Yeah, we earned that one. We earned that one. That was shocking every day.
Have
Like, damn, this shit's really going on out here, dog.
This is really going on.
Hey, cuz you know such and such pregnant.
I was like, shit. Southeast ain't even got a damn not care. Y'all got daycares out here, cuz.
Did the chicks get credit for like babysitting their kids for an hour?
No.
Yeah, I remember that credit.
No, but they got out of their 7th hour 15 minutes early to go get their kids. They used to piss me off. If I gotta sit in this motherfucker, you can sit
They
here
gotta go
too.
get ready for the bus, man.
Teenage pregnancy, gotta love it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm very pro woman, and if you're gonna have kids as a child, then obviously some accommodations are gonna have to be made in an educational setting.
I was definitely keep them in school.
Yeah, but boy, some of them bras used to be pretty indignant. Walking down, I'm going to get my baby. Dog, why I gotta hear you hustling and huffing and hollering about this kid?
Them kids are almost 30 now.
When I was driving
Oh,
Shit.
past some bus stops one day, and I saw a chick out on the bus stop with her baby, and I was like, "Oh, well, maybe she's waiting on a cab to go somewhere else or somewhere to take her baby to kinder care or something." Nah. Ruskin bus pulled up.
Headed to school, baby.
I was like,
CSD number.
oh, they really do have a daycare at the school, I guess.
Oh, you thought it was a game.
I thought it was, hey, I did not know my bus.
Right next to the elevator.
Hey, and ain't that a liability? Having a baby on the bus.
I would think so. In today's age, but I mean, shit.
Shouldn't they get an Uber?
We used to ride in the back of trucks back in the day. Like, it was a lot of shit we was doing back
Down the
then.
highway.
Down the highway.
Down the fucking highway
Hey
in the
man,
back
I
of trucks.
rode to Lawrence in
Yeah,
the
good.
back of, in the open back of the truck
Mm-mm-mm.
on a few occasions. And then one day we got pulled over, and the police was like, "Hey, y'all know that's against the law now, right?" We was like, "What?"
What? When did that happen?
Well, check it out, officer. We already here. So I don't know what we're gonna do because we got to get back. I don't think 7 of us is gonna fit
Not in the cab.
in the cab of this F-150.
Not even lapped up.
Mm-mm. I'm not lapping up with none of these niggas. This is all niggas. I passed.
You wasn't gonna walk back though.
Oh, right back in the back of this truck.
No, that ain't happening. Oh, what is we gonna do?
Roll back in the back of that truck. Shit. Just laid down till we got to like outside fuck, I can't think of the town. Got outside of there.
What was that? It's not Lawton.
No,
Which one you coming? 70 or 7?
to 10.
Oh, 10, yeah.
But that first little town, when you're coming back out, which is the last little town on the way back in, or going to Lawrence, the first one on, I can't remember. I always forget the name of it. It ain't Oswego. It might be Oswego. I think it is Oswego.
Could not confirm or deny it.
No, it ain't Oswego.
No.
All right, so if y'all are Houston, you have the number 2 and the number 12 pick. Let's just say Bryce Young gets picked number 1. What do you do at number 2?
CJ Stroud.
You got the 12th pick also.
CJ Stroud.
You definitely taking CJ.
You got to.
Didn't they pick up a quarterback?
Who?
Houston, they,
Texas.
they got what's his name, Davis Mills.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, they're gonna draft a quarterback.
You got the quarterback.
But I'm just saying, you got the 12th also. So you're gonna have the kid from Kentucky. You may have Richardson, depending on what the Colts do.
The Texans don't have time to sit Richardson. Because Richardson's going to have to sit for a year, at least.
Yeah, but he could also be a poor man's Deshaun Watson.
Nah. Because,
And would the Texans even be ready?
Limit the offense, have a heavy run game.
okay,
You get
Answer
CJ
this.
Stroud this year.
is anybody in the wide receiver or tight end core for the Texans big as the side of a barn?
So what you trying to say?
Because if the answer is no, yeah, he going to need a year to sit.
So you're saying basically they need a 8 foot tall wide receiver
8 foot tall,
and a 9 foot tall
20 foot wide. They look like 3 of those right now. If you want to play Anthony, if you want to play, yeah, you need those right now.
He said you need at least the narrow side of a ball.
Oh, you got a narrow side? I don't know, man. Oof, he gonna miss you.
Let me ask you this: could he be as bad as Malik was last year for us?
If he played this year or this
Yes.
upcoming season, oh yeah, definitely.
Could he be worse? Because that was pretty.
Oh
bad.
yeah.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah. He could be, I don't know if it could be worse, but he could be just as bad. He could definitely be just as bad. I'm telling you, man. 8 foot, 20 foot wide. Better, hey, super duper Scotty Pippen arms.
Because what they're saying, and they're saying Will Anderson may be one of those cats that you just cannot pass on. So if he's there at that second spot, they're saying they almost have to take him at this point. They are going to regret.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at him for taking him. And if they feel like that they could build whoever they take, they're really, kind of building from here forward around this person, be it offensive or defensive. I can see it being a defensive person because D'Amico Ryans is,
Right.
Former defensive end. So, I don't know. I would think that they would go ahead and take the best quarterback available after Bryce Young is gone. And I think that the best quarterback available is probably C.J. Stroud.
I mean, because when they got Deshaun Watson, they looked into it.
Yeah.
Like when it comes down to it, who was that? I mean, Mahomes went right before him, but who went number 2 that year? Like, dude ain't even in the league no more.
That wasn't Trubisky, was it?
It was Trubisky. So you talking about a bag fumble? The Bears definitely fumbled that bag, but the Texans lucked up. So they got, let's see, Deshaun Watson at like number 11 or 12. I think that can happen again. I think you get Will Anderson at number 2, and then one of the other 3 quarterbacks that's going to be left on the board. That's how you take at number 12. Because I mean, D'Amico Ryans, he's going to have at least 2 years this time around. Like, he's going to be the one Texans coach that gets at least 2 years, no matter what he does his first year. They can't fire dude like they had the last 2 coaches.
Yeah, see, the Titans took Corey Davis from Western Michigan.
Yeah, at number 5, and look who went right after him.
Jamal motherfucking Adams.
Man,
Y'all could have had. Y'all would have had a cold secondary with Jamal Adams.
It would have been ridiculous. Him and Byard back there.
And then Mike Williams went before John Ross. Who's John Ross?
Y'all's new wide receiver.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Former Bengal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he went right before Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marshawn Lattimore went right after Patrick Mahomes. And then Deshaun Watson went number 10.
Mahomes what 10?
Mahomes went 10. Yep.
Good old Groper Cleveland.
I wonder if Veach knew anything
About what?
about Deshaun.
It had to have been though. That's not something that you just start doing when you get to the league.
I don't know.
He was that dude.
I'm gonna say
He's been that dude for a while.
I'm gonna say they didn't know anything, but they just really just preferred Patrick Mahomes. Period. That's what Andy wanted to work with. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, if he offered me Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson, even though Deshaun Watson was a superstar in college, I'd rather have Patrick Mahomes because Patrick Mahomes was really slinging that rock in college. Man,
but at the time though, it was one of them things where they was looking at Andy kind of funny. Like at the time, Watson going where he went and Trubisky going over both of them, that was crazy.
See, Trubisky going over both of them was where the crazy was, because
That was insanity.
that dude had one season where he started at North Carolina. Hey,
And it wasn't that great.
no offense to North Carolina, but if you wasn't starting for more than one season there, how good were you?
You had Lawrence Taylor and Julius Peppers.
Mhm.
That's your claim to fame.
And y'all's boy, they played with Peppers.
Oh my God! I can't. I'm not even gonna take the time to remember his
I
name.
would say I don't even remember his
Ryan,
name.
Baller.
Fuck.
Ryan,
Sims.
whatever.
Ryan
Was it
Sims.
Sims? Yeah.
Oh,
Baller.
oh,
Oh man,
he's just underrated because he played next to Julius.
No, sir.
he's the one who kind of opened it up for Julius. You know what I'm saying, to be able to get.
That is not how it happened.
No, definitely not how it happened.
No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ryan Sims.
Yes, and since we on the draft, the Jets draft pick from last year, Zach Wilson. What's gonna happen with him and all his mom's friends?
He's gonna.
He got to go somewhere.
He'll fuck around and be the backup in Denver.
Hold on, his mom's friends. What's going on with his mom's friends?
You know he was a cougar hunter?
Yeah, he be running through his mom's friends.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Word.
Oh, good for him.
Word.
That's got to be embarrassing.
MILF Hunter.
For his mom.
MILF Hunter, that guy.
Good for him. I give him 2 thumbs up. There's a few of my friends' moms I wanted to run through back in the day. I was just scared to, put my dick on the table.
I guess you was a number 2 pick.
I am not mystical. I am not the pussyfoot.
Danger.
Been so long. We've been on.
Get on the floor.
So,
Get on the floor.
Right. Yeah.
whole new connotation now.
Watch yourself.
No.
And now the Niners are also they're slightly denying it, but they're saying that they have been, I guess, fielding calls for Trey Lance.
Man, I can't. Don't get me wrong, Purdy played great.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see any reason why you don't let him shoot it out in camp.
And plus, he's not coming back till at least late October.
Who, Trey Lance?
No, Purdy. He might not be. He's not gonna be ready for game
He
one.
might not be coming back at all next season.
Mm-hmm.
Just
This is UCL.
yeah. So it's. I don't know. First and foremost, I'm gonna just say it's the 49ers' fault, and they just gonna have to eat this one because nobody told y'all stupid asses to draft this dude who ain't never played no real foot. I ain't gonna say real
And
foot.
gave up a game for him.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You jumped up in the draft to get him too. Nah, what's wrong with y'all? So, hey.
But is it almost like a egg on your face situation where whatever you're gonna get for dude is not gonna be good enough compensation,
And he's
especially
gonna fuck around and ball out.
You think?
Just to make a motherfucker suffer.
I don't think he's gonna stay on the field long enough to ball out. I don't think he can. I think he's one of those guys where he's just always gonna be hurt.
I can see him going to Washington.
Hmm.
I can see him going to Washington.
You think Bieniemy will get him right?
Right enough, yeah.
Keep him upright.
That just depends on who he drafts line wise, because that's what you do. If you go get Trey Lance, then you go draft him a tackle.
Mm.
in the first round. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think you would be any worse for wear for acquiring him in Washington. Hell, I don't think you'd be any worse for wear if you picked him up in Carolina.
Now that you say, I can almost see that.
Yeah.
I don't know if Carolina can protect him the way he would need to be.
Or Tampa. He's got a ready-made offense, just like he would have in San Francisco. Loaded with ballers.
They have a decent enough line.
Yeah.
He would definitely have weapons.
Yeah.
So optimal place out of those three spots. And what would it take to get it?
Hold on a second. Carolina, Tampa. What was the first one? I said
Washington.
I think Washington is probably the team most desperate for a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably say Washington, and then Carolina, and then Tampa, because Tampa could fuck around and just go with a veteran quarterback. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
So
for a year and try and figure it out, wait for the next draft class, see if there's something there they like.
So does Washington also? Would he make the biggest impact there? Like let's take their need out of it. Like with
He's got a better skill set. I would say even on limited sample, he's got a better skill set than any of the last three quarterbacks they've had in Washington.
Definitely Heineke.
That's right.
The playoffs.
Right. So yeah, I can see him making immediate impact. They have not had that level of athleticism at that position. Nor arm strength. Well, Wentz had arm strength. He just didn't have anything else, including accuracy.
So you needed to get him some of them 8 foot. 8x20s.
The Barnes, yeah.
Some 8x20s.
Barn receivers.
I think Richardson is for real gonna surprise you.
By missing the broadside of the bar. It don't surprise me too much.
He's gonna come out and ball.
I don't know. I don't know. He didn't beat MU, so apparently MU is quite beatable last season because a lot of people did.
No. Well, real talk, what the fuck are we gonna do in the draft? Because I don't know.
What do y'all have to do?
That's a very good question.
I can't,
because there's really nothing that they really quote unquote have to do.
Right.
But there are things that they definitely, in my opinion, should do. But
so you're saying there's no positions in need, like no glaring positions, or at least something that y'all can shore up.
Offensive line or defensive
you can
line.
always shore up the trenches.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call them the trenches. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You can always.
You can never be looked at bad for saying I invested more in line.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Mm-mm. Not by somebody who knows what's happening.
Now the key is that you hit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But even if you don't hit, nobody's gonna fault you for trying to get an offensive or defensive lineman that was of value to the team.
Especially where y'all are picking. Like if y'all had a top 10 pick, that would be different. But picking it at 31, I mean, you can
Yeah,
pretty much.
Well,
you can't fuck that up,
I can't.
especially coming off a chip.
Yeah, because we're coming off the chip.
Yeah.
So wide receiver. I mean, but I don't want the Chiefs to pick. I don't want the Chiefs to draft a wide receiver first round because there's only one wide receiver in the first round that's worth draft, or you know what I'm saying, in my opinion, that's worth drafting in the first round, and that's Jackson Smith and Jigba, and he's gonna be gone. Should be gone by top 7-8 pick. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can't remember the source, but I was reading something today where people were saying that there's actually not enough first round grades in the first round of this draft. So what the Chiefs are going to have to do one way or another is draft based on need, on whatever their perceived needs are, right? And not ruling out moving up to do so.
What about moving down? I mean, because at 31, if you're saying that there's already not enough cats to fill those spots.
It depends on how far down, and once again, what they feel their needs are.
Right.
Like if they feel they need tight end, I can see them trading down. You know what I'm saying? Trading back because you can still get great value for quite a few tight ends in the second round. You know what I'm saying? Mid, late second round.
But I feel like you got to make somebody pay the price if we do trade back. Somebody's got to pay premium.
That's a possibility.
I mean, like this year, like picks this year.
Are they gonna do that with y'all though? Because I mean, it's getting to the point where other teams are gonna feel like Veach may be fleecing them with every offer. So I don't think that anybody. I don't think that he can offer anything to make somebody be like, man.
Well, you certainly don't want us out here competing in the free agent market.
Y'all really don't have the money though at this point.
But if we wanted to make clear cap space, we could do some radical moves and get back out there in the free agency game.
But how much we talking though?
You can find a way to shave 30 mil off our
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
30 mil with Mahomes having his because this is the first year of his big money.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like just finding 30 mil. That's gonna be hard. And
yeah, but I'm saying like if we're getting the type of draft compensation that's gonna allow us to build through the draft for 2-3 years, then you say fuck it. This is our real rebuild year. Like y'all thought last year was a rebuild year,
but this is actually the one.
This will actually be the one.
And we still gonna.
Because what you don't want to do is what we did, and that's take a whole bunch of money. Yeah, you don't want to Tannehill yourself.
No, but we don't. But see, our risk is not as bad. Is not as much as other teams with these draft picks because we don't need a quarterback. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we're good.
That's a fact. Yeah.
We don't need a defensive back high in the draft. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we don't need a linebacker high in the draft.
No, we're pretty solid there.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be mad at them if they picked up a you know what I'm saying? If
you pick up a gym, go get a gym.
Player available is a outside or a middle linebacker.
Where y'all gonna put him though? Where Spaz gonna put him at?
Hey. Sometimes
you can fuck around and have a dedicated dime backer like now that doesn't start in the actual 4-3.
Sometimes middle linebackers play a little bit of that defensive tackle or play a little bit of that defensive end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Find you a nice tweener.
Yeah, just a little bit. Somebody who could be perfect for like goal lines or short yardage situations. But I'll tell you this much. I know first round, I don't want to see the Chiefs draft like 3 things. One of them's a quarterback for sure, because no need.
We know that's not gonna happen.
The second one is a wide receiver, because I don't believe that. Like I said, Smith and Jigma, or Jackson Smith, yeah, Smith and Jigma. That's the only one I believe is a first round worthy wideout. Excuse me, and a running back, unless they went up and drafted Bijan Robinson, which I don't see happening because the league ain't stupid. The Chiefs drafted Bijan Robinson. You can chalk the Chiefs up for the next 4 Super Bowls.
Hold on, what's that other?
I'm gonna stop watching
What's that
NFL.
running back from Pitt? I can't pronounce his name. But it's Ike something.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way that the league is gonna let y'all get Bijan. It's not gonna happen.
Abanaconda, Israel Abanaconda. It's somebody we could probably get in the second round.
I like his last name. That's gonna make white folks mad about having to say it.
No, they're shorting that
Oh,
up.
Pacheco and Abanaconda.
I'm gonna love hearing Mitch Holtz say it because he's gonna say it fresh. Abanaconda! Like, damn, that was dope, Mitch. Touchdown, Kansas City! Abanaconda!
Abanaconda forever.
They start playing the drums. In the background. If you watching the live feed, Mitch is in there getting it. He got a whole little section in the stands that get it in.
Okay, I want this to happen now. I totally want this to happen now.
NFL, you can't let this happen.
I totally want this to happen now. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. See, the only thing I'd be scared of is that, white folks in the Abanaconda section would try and do some blackface and then,
Oh yeah.
be some, hey man, hold on. See, y'all always go too far.
A little too far. And this is Kansas City.
Oh, this is Kansas City. One day that's not gonna be a punchline, but that ain't today.
Man.
Oh, some people say he's a 6th ranked running back. So we might mess around and get him in the 2nd or 3rd.
You can get him in 3rd round.
You might get a run on running backs in the 2nd though.
But I ain't. If they don't draft a running, I think. Let's see. Those are 3 things I don't want to see. One thing I really would like to see them draft a tackle. I really would, but I don't know if it's picking 31st. If they could trade back and possibly get the same tackle that they were going to get at 31, I'd rather see them do that. Because then they pick up another pick, and then they can pick up another wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Draft a wide receiver in the 3rd or 4th round, or draft that running back. Damn, I kind of want to get a Abanaconda now. I ain't even seen this dude play. I ain't watched no.
Oh, I watched some clips earlier. He's nice.
I just heard of him.
He's nice with it.
3 minutes ago. But
He's kind of a slower Pacheco.
Oh, he's violent.
But
Pacheco,
not as much pop as Pacheco, but definitely wild. Like it's hard to put a hand on him, and he'll break a tackle. But yes, Abanaconda forever. That has to happen now. Matter of fact, I need to go out and trade for that shit.
You gotta make you a sign and go down to the draft.
It's too late. He already probably if he's smart. He did that shit when the first Black Panther came out, because his boys was cracking on him. hey, nigga, they from Abonaconda? Hey, fuck y'all. Abonaconda forever. Yeah, Marvel can't even sue him.
So that's nah. They would try though.
Nigga, you a dick.
Well, somebody already named their podcast episode Abonaconda Forever.
And then I really hate to do this, but let's talk about them Royals. Those Kansas City Royals, 5-18.
Yeah.
Won one game last week. Last seven.
So they lost that one Saturday, didn't they?
Mm.
Damn. They actually didn't play that bad.
Played pretty well.
Left 10 on base. What was that, yesterday?
Oh.
Or no, that was Sunday. Yeah, left 10 on base in scoring position.
They need some bats from Abonaconda.
They need a little bit of everything. But to lighten it up a little bit for the fantasy draft this week, we're gonna change it up a little bit. So basically, for your fantasy draft, you can choose one player from the Royals past that could help turn this current team around.
Hold on. You said a pass roll to help the new ones?
That could help this team.
Are there any obvious ones we have to rule out from jump?
Any role, if they put on a Royal uniform at any point in their career.
I don't want to go obvious. I don't want to go obvious.
I'm going obvious.
I don't think the answer is George Brett.
No.
It ain't.
We all know what it is. It's fucking Bo Jackson.
Nah.
Who then?
I'll say Beltran.
And that's not my answer. Saberhagen.
Man, no shit.
This squad.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Saberhagen. If this squad had some pitch, had somebody that they knew that, you know, every 5 outings they yeah, no, this is it. This is us. I think they would
So instead of 5-18, right now they would be 6-17.
I could see the Royals making that move, but I would just want to add as much bat as possible. Like fuck, give me.
I feel you.
Get.
But the Royals have, I mean, Bo Jackson has, but with Bo
Danny
Jackson,
Tartable.
yes, yeah. Man, see, then you bring up alleged outside stuff.
Ooh.
Somebody like that. Somebody that's going to threaten to literally knock the ball completely out of the ballpark.
See, you just can't trust Danny Tartable to keep it to the ball.
Do we have to say allegedly on that one?
Not that. I don't think that part sounds. I think it's cool because I just insinuated some stuff. I didn't say, "Hey, this nigga, blah 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 blah."
Oh, facts. He was arrested on July 24th, 2017 on suspicion of unpaid child support. Damn, bro.
Not good.
That's all bad.
How many
Maybe.
kids you got?
Did y'all see how much Tyrese had to pay?
Tyrese?
Yeah. The singer.
Oh yeah,
slash actor.
his baby mama hit him for some
The
super
woo-wop.
money. Yeah. Some hold up, man. Is that the right amount of money?
Yeah, that's one of them. Hold up, this is a whole Fast and Furious check.
Yeah. I was like, damn. No wonder he was crying in that.
Man.
Hurt like your man's
Yes.
shirt.
Because that was for real. When I seen the number, I was like, that's a phone number.
I said, is that for one person? They got one kid together?
That is a child.
I mean, the courts must obviously believe in Tyrese a lot more than Pop culture does.
I mean, he done been in what 8 Fast and Furious now. They was like, yeah, that baby boy
Yeah,
money,
like-
we need all of that.
Yo, we want all the baby boy money.
All of it. Like,
Every
come
dime
on,
of it.
like bring that ass here, Jody.
Because you were the star of that.
Jody.
Coca-Cola commercial money where you got
Oh,
discovered.
Oh, yeah, I
that's
need
all.
that too.
Yeah, that's it's a wrap.
Yes, that little $1,500 check. Yes, I want it.
You're going to be back on the bus.
Straight up.
His little Martin appearance on
Yeah.
the Bam episode. Whenever that shit come on BET, they like, give me that.
Yeah, give me that.
I need that.
We're going to go ahead and take that. Shots of hope. Sing about that.
Oh, let's talk about your boy Jalen Hurts. 255 of them.
Yeah. Congrats.
Y'all agree? Y'all agree with the amount?
Yeah.
Is that what Lamar should take?
But it
At this
ain't,
point,
is it
he's
guaranteed?
gonna have to. A lot of it was.
I'm about to say a lot of it was it's not fully guaranteed. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I'm with the number. I mean, that's the going rate for these, with the the next wave of contracts.
Mm.
They didn't. Well, I guess they did set a new precedent, but it's not a precedent that's like not gonna be broken next year.
Yeah.
Or surpassed next year. So
And I don't think anybody's ever gonna get the fully Deshaun Watson guaranteed money. Like I don't think that's gonna happen again. At least for
I think it will
not that
at
much.
some point, but it won't. It's gonna be a few more years, and I think it's just gonna be certain positions that wind up getting it.
Mm.
Like quarterback, maybe rushing, left tackles.
Is there a position that you would never give fully guaranteed money to?
Running back.
Yeah, no.
Whatsoever?
I mean, if it was like a 1 year, whatever, 2-3 million, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I can't help but fully guarantee that.
But you asking for 25 guaranteed?
No, not even 2 for 25.
No.
You had Derrick Henry 4 years ago. You wouldn't have given him a fully guaranteed.
Obviously not. Obviously, it's burned out that would have been a bad idea.
I would have.
Now he would have.
I would have.
He would have definitely earned that.
I would have. 4 years ago, Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I'm saying 4
I would've
years
gave-
ago.
No, because I disagree. Not to say that he wouldn't have outplayed that contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you as a team, if you're going to guarantee a contract, you expect him to be present every game, without fail.
The man missed half a season and was still top 5 in rushing.
This speaks nothing about his talent. This is from a business perspective of a football
Well,
team.
see, that's just bad planning on the Titan staff because he only has X amount of yards in him before
Injury.
I opted to get all them yards in like the first 6 games.
Yeah, we have a terrible medical staff though. You're not supposed to lead the league in injuries 2 years in a row.
Man,
Like we breaking our own records at this point. Something's got to change.
Hey, how much was Jalen Hurts' guaranteed money?
I'm not sure, but it was 190 something. I think.
190 guaranteed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 255 for 5, and like one. I want to say 190.
Okay, what if Lamar takes a deal? He says 250 or 260?
255.
255. Okay. What if Lamar takes the same years for slightly less guaranteed money, but everything's front loaded?
So with the first 3
So,
years.
so the same term as Hurts, but instead of 255, let's say 270. right? Which will make him highest paid. You know what I mean? Uh, and front load front load all his guaranteed money that you as much guaranteed money as you can. So like it ends up being what was it 5 year 6 year deal for Hurts?
5.
Okay, so it's 5 year deal. So you front load it so that
It's
the first two
179.39 million guaranteed. So basically 180 million guaranteed.
yeah. So you set it up to where the first 3 years of that contract are guaranteed. Okay. And then the last 2 years, there's nothing guaranteed on it. But those first 3 years on a front loaded contract, you're going to get your money.
So 60 a year guaranteed.
They ain't spending it on wide receivers.
With his injury history, I would want the.
But let's not forget the Ravens have a terrible medical staff also.
Yeah.
Because
but this is what you say.
Every year by week 10 or 11 is yeah.
But everybody puts their chips in to say
like an episode.
we're going to do everything possible to win a Super Bowl in these first 3 years, right? So Lamar, you do everything to stay on your feet. We're gonna do everything that we can to keep you on your feet, provided the money that we've paid you, right? I would take that. I would think that would be reasonable. You know what I mean?
And if you had an agent, he would definitely tell him, "Hey, Lamar, this is the deal you need to take."
Yeah.
But when your mama's telling you, we can probably do a little bit better, because that's what's happening at this point.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening. She's just taking a shot in the dark, saying,
Yeah.
"Well, I know you better than him, so."
You like, dude, you need representation. You need actual representation.
But honestly,
Somebody get that to that man.
But honestly, I would just take advantage of the Hurts deal and just try and use a little leverage to get a little more than the Hurts deal, and have that shit front loaded, and you can save face.
But Hurts took the Eagles to a Super Bowl. Like Lamar showed, when it comes time for the playoffs, he's gonna piss on himself. And that's if he makes it to the playoffs.
Yeah, but what? But he's not in a chicken salad situation. You know what I mean? As far as his supporting cast, even they run game. I mean, Dobbins just came on this year. You know what I mean? Once he was healthy,
Right.
I think he's still your most dependable commodity on that entire team.
Dependability wise, I'd still have to say Andrews. Somebody that I can count on week in and week out. He's probably that guy.
Yeah, but the expectation of dependability on Andrews is lower. And he's in a position where he's gonna be the safety valve or security blanket of any quarterback that they put in there.
True.
But as far as actually winning a game, dependability, it's Lamar Jackson.
But I mean that goes without saying, because I mean the quarterback is your most important position.
Yes, but I mean, but seriously, as far as the ability to affect the game, outside of what's expected of you, he far exceeds anybody else on that team as far as the dependability of being excellent when he's on the field. You know,
you got to stay on the field though.
You got to stay on the field. And being down 6 games at the end of that season, that does not bode well for your pocket, no matter what, and you have to acknowledge that. But that's why I would say tell him take the 270. take 160 guaranteed, but you get all your guaranteed like that first 2.5, 3 years. You know what I mean? And you should be all right with that. And them last 2 years, if you really want out, you say I want the fuck out, and they gonna trade you.
So is there any possibility that he sits out this year?
So
Percentage wise, what would you give it?
40.
Damn, to sit out the entire year. Y'all saying almost there's almost a half possibility.
Or to at least sit out till week 10 when
at least that's how. At least with his posturing, 40%.
yeah, or at least sit out till week 10. Because week 10 is when they really start finding you.
Or when you lose, whatever the game puts, where you lose your time in the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
your league time.
I'm giving it about 10% chance. Yeah, I think he's gonna keep on doing what he's doing through the preseason. But week 1, he's suiting up.
But I think whatever happens, I think this relationship is fractured.
Oh yeah, the relationship's done.
Yeah, the relationship's fractured, and I could see the Ravens saying, "Yeah, we want to sign you, but we want to put you in the contract that we can trade you whenever the fuck we want to trade you."
Would they choose him?
Not die over it?
Would they choose him over Harbaugh at that point then?
Nope.
They would get rid of both.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think they would get rid of Harbaugh.
They don't want. He would. Bisciotti don't want to get rid of Harbaugh, but I think he's capable of it.
Harbaugh won him a ring.
He did 7 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a lot of coaches that have won. Shit, that was 10 years ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, 10 years. Yeah. No, they buddies. They homeboys. I'm not gonna act like they not homies. They homies.
Same reason the Belichick's still around in the
Because they homies.
Nah, it's a difference between 1
I mean, it's
and
different,
6.
But yeah, Belichick is around until Belichick wants to not be around anymore.
But if they sign Lamar to a massive contract and don't get a ring out of it, within those first 3 years, yeah, he'll get rid of both of them. He'll get rid of both of them.
How bad would they have to be for that to happen? Are you
Not
just
very.
You just saying they just
Not
don't
very.
get
If they do not get another ring within 3 years of that contract, they both out of here.
So two AFC championship games, and they barely lose, like let's say to the Chiefs and
okay, then it's a 50-50 chance. But if you just clearly don't sniff a ring in within those 3 years, yeah, Harbaugh's out of here too. It's not for long league.
NFL.
You know? He'll go get another job somewhere else quickly. But you can't justify keeping him on that long. You know what I mean? I mean, Bill Belichick made himself a lot of rope.
Yeah.
A lot of rope.
Because I say he's most definitely the longest tenured coach.
Yeah.
And then after him, shit, is it Reed?
Yep. But I think Kraft has even said basically he's on a lifetime contract. Like when we'll sign a deal every year, and when he don't want to do it no more, then he don't have to do it no more.
Well, shit, how bad would the Patriots have to get though for Kraft to be like, nah, I can't do this?
Oh no, they homies. He ain't going nowhere until he's ready to.
So 3 years of 2-15.
But Belichick won't withstand that. No. I think the first 2-win year he has, he's out of there. I'm not taking a chance of this shit again. Got too much luggage for all that. Yeah, he'll go ahead and check out himself. Belichick will leave before Kraft wants him to leave.
I say a year too soon, not too late.
Yeah, he'll do that. He'll do that. But yeah, a 2 year that won't. I mean, a 2-win season. Yeah, nah, nah. Bill got all kinds of shit he could be doing.
I'll say that was all I had for tonight. You got anything,
Um, nah, just looking forward to the draft, seeing how Thursday plays out.
Oh, hold on, real quick, man. Y'all need to not make Kansas City barbecue beef a national spectacle. Let's keep that in house.
You don't want the secret to get out?
Hmm? No, just all the I've been hearing all the pundits been talking about, Jack Stack and Joe's and shit, and those cats been telling you need to go to Gates. You know what I mean? But then you see certain elements in Kansas City going and attacking Gates, which is, but don't get me wrong, it's not beyond reproach. But as far as I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you like. If you ain't had Gates, I can't trust your opinion.
But the reason why they weren't liking it because they was getting yelled at is did I see that correctly?
That's
Well,
something.
the meat's been there's been arguments about the meat quality in recent years, but
Yeah, I know the one by the spot.
and shit, some of the white folks love getting screamed at. The motherfuckers go to Ed DeBevick's in Chicago. It's the same shit. I mean, it ain't even the same shit. It ain't even that heavy. You know. Uh. But yeah, don't be fronting on the OGs. That's all I got to say.
Well, I say this Friday on the line on the flagship show, last show of April, we got Bad Luck the Killer City Kid. And then next month on Everybody Loves Ross podcast, we will be featured. May 6th, check that out. But for the sports block with Riddoc,